Hello, everybody. We are back, and our journey through the world of Wild West Exodus is almost at an end, or at least for the Global Gunslinger League, because this is just the beginning of my, I suppose, full faction force. Over the last 5 weeks, we've added a considerable amount of models to the Showdown at Retribution starter set to build up my force of Enlightened. But this week, you've changed up a little bit, and we're not adding a new unit, but we are changing one of the existing units. So what have you got for me, Chris?
Well, we've got Legendary Eiffel. This is a particularly lovely miniature, which has been a part of the range now for a little while, and is a really nice centerpiece to any force you build. But also he's similar in quite a few ways to the original Eiffel. Or sorry, not the original, the regular Eiffel, if you like, the non-legendary version. But of course, he's got a higher limit, which means he can do more on his activation. He's got more fortune, which gives him a bit more to play with resource-wise. He's really tough. Not only is he grit 7, but he's got durable, he's got metal. He's still got Carpathogen, which means that he can keep bringing those constructs back. And he's fast as well. He's got a speed of 7, quick of 7. And he's rapid, which means if you focus a move action, he gets an extra 3 inches instead of 2. So he can get where you need him to be. He's got a Gatling gun. He's got some really nasty attacks in close combat. So there's, he's got that web launcher as well. So, he's got a lot of tools in his box, and, he's a real interesting character to add to this force, and will give a slightly different dynamic to it as you play through, and you'll notice that quite early on, just especially because he's such a massive dominating model as well. So this should be good fun.
It sounds fantastic. It's taking the Gustave that I know and love from the initial force list, and then just sort of pushing him up to 11.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change how he performs on the battlefield. It just makes him better at what he does in every way. So he's still ranged, but his range has gone from that rifle to a full-on Gatling gun, and the Strider that he's in is a much larger beast and harder to handle. Yep. Big base on him. He has a huge footprint on the table.
Massive. Yeah, really big, which means he can reach a lot of stuff on his when he's getting into combat, which is nice.
Do you find that because of the size of the base that you need to be more circumspect in the way you move him around, or because obviously he's got a lot of reach going out, but it also means there's a lot of people can come at him from a lot of directions?
Sure, but because of the size of his base and the fact he's got agile, he's really good at getting over those smaller buildings and obstacles quite easily. So you can imagine him kind of scuttling up the side of a barn and getting over the other side of it quite easily. So that's a terrifying prospect in itself.
I suppose he still has Trail Finder. I didn't ask this in week 1, and I suppose I should have, but let's ask now. When you've deployed and you choose one of your units, it can be Gustave himself, or it can be anybody else with Trail Finder. So, so he can push really far forward, and with the addition of his rapid movement, he could become a real pain for people to deal with very, very early game, I suppose.
Yeah, well, you can't use rapid on that Trail Finder move, so it's just his base quick, which is still 7, so it's still a significant move. But it means that you can almost get him into near enough where you want him to be before the game even starts, and so the size of his base should have less of an impact for that very reason.
There we have it. That's an interesting one. Now, obviously, the Union will be getting something similar then, I suspect.
Yeah. So it's Legendary Tesla in his big Battle Strider, which is a similar upgrade for Justin. So it's going to be a bit of a clash of the Titans going on in week 6, which is I can't wait to see it.
Yeah. Is there anything I should look out for with Tesla in particular? I mean, how's he fare if you pour a bucket of water over him?
Yeah, that's a really good tactic. I mean, he's tough. He's really difficult to take out while he's in that Strider. But as always in Wild West Exodus, pour enough fire and just look out for those ones.
The way to do it. Well, unfortunately, I'm nothing if not consistent when it comes to ones. But here's hoping that I turn over a new leaf. So there we have it. A legendary figure to round out my Enlightened faction and the Global Gunslinger League. Hopefully you've been following along with us, building your own factions as well. Hopefully you've picked the correct one, which we all know is Enlightened. Let us know if you've any questions below. If you haven't already, please start a project in the project system, because we'd love to see your own work as you dive into Wild West Exodus and build these factions. So until next time, we'll see you on the tabletop in the dystopian world of Wild West Exodus. Bye-bye.
Join the Global Gunslinger League and track your progress in the OnTableTop project system for your chance to win one of 2 Wild West Exodus bundles. See the link in the description for more details.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.